Hey, is this Wes?
No.
Oh, that's Claire. Okay. Oh, I couldn't hear you very well. It is Robin. How you doing?
Oh, hi. What's up?
Hey, you got about a half an hour, or are you in the middle of something?
No, I've got about half an hour. Why?
Are you at work?
No, I'm at home.
Okay, good. Hey, Sandy and I were talking about some family history. I wanted you, if you got a if you don't mind, clearing some stuff up.
Okay.
All right. So, tell me about your grandparents. What do you remember about them? I've heard stories. Pardon me?
Which set?
Well, yeah, which set? How about the Janzen side? Sandy doesn't know much about them. Do you remember much?
Well, I'm probably the only one that really knew Grandpa and Grandma Janzen.
Yeah.
Just because the other kids were too young, but what are you wanting to know? Grandma Janzen was a Christian, and she memorized the Bible in both Russian and English. And, well, Dutch and English, not Russian. And she was awesome. She's one of those people that could have bees crawling all over her and they don't sting her.
Really?
Yeah, she had beehives and harvested honey on a regular basis. She wore a net over a hat only so they wouldn't crawl in her nose and mouth, but they never stung her. She loved birds and critters.
Sort of like your mom, yeah.
Well, that's probably where Mama got it.
Yeah.
Is from Grandma Janzen. But Grandpa Janzen was the same. I mean, animals fascinated him, and I believe that Grandpa and Grandma Janzen were much more proactive in learning English, teaching their kids English, learning from the kids as they were going to school. Grandpa had to learn, Grandpa Thiessen had to learn English because he was the money maker and the communicator with English-speaking people. Grandma Thiessen always figured she was going back to Germany.
Really? Wow. Hey, where were the Jansens from? I mean, did they emigrate as well, or were they always, as far as you know, were always in?
Oh no, they immigrated as well. Some of Grandma Jansen's family is now living in Peru.
Huh, Peru.
Yeah.
Huh. Well, so wait a minute. Did they emigrate from Russia or Ukraine as well, or did they come from? Where did they come from? Germany, or do you remember them telling you?
I believe that they came from somewhere in well, they lived on the border of the Netherlands and Germany.
Right.
In that area, and that's where they would have come from.
Yeah.
The Janzen family were horse raisers, or they bred horses, and that was Grandma Jansen's history, and Grandpa Janzen worked on that farm as well, and that's Grandma Janzen watched her parents killed by the Russians.
Oh, wow.
Her father was quartered.
Ooh.
They used the horses to pull him apart.
Oh my goodness.
I do not remember I do not remember the family name of Grandma Janzen.
Dyke?
I know that Grandpa Janzen.
Was it Dyke? Was it Dyke or Dyke? Sandy says it was a Dyke. Do you remember? Maybe not. I don't remember.
I'm not sure. That sounds familiar. I know that Grandpa Janzen took Grandma and a couple of her siblings, and they managed to get out away from there. I'm thinking they were German born, but when they escaped after her father was quartered, they seen their mother, their father, and 2 babies killed.
Mm.
And Grandpa Janzen, well, Jake Janzen, my grandpa, he got them away from there, and they escaped different routes, and some of her family is, I believe it's Peru. It could be, no, it's Peru. Aunt Gertie, no, Aunt Agnes, and Aunt Gertie, I believe, went there and visited with, and took Grandma Janzen there to be with her brother. One of her brothers was there. They tried to get him to relocate to Canada, but he wouldn't do that. And that was not unusual for some of the people that were escaping from the communist world to end up in South America as well as Canada. Grandpa Janzen ended up in Winnipeg, well, Brandon, outside of Winnipeg. Why are you asking?
Oh, because Sandy doesn't remember this stuff. We're just curious what was going on back then. Of course, obviously she wouldn't remember that, and you would be the only one that would know right now.
Well, I mean, no, you can ask Aunt Agnes.
I hadn't thought about that. I hadn't thought about it. Yeah.
But Aunt Gertie, Aunt Kay, I don't know. I think Janet's reached out to Kay and Gertie.
Yeah, I'll have to call. I will call them too. Yeah, but I mean, it's the history gets lost unless somebody records it. So we're trying to just come up with some. We don't have any grandchildren, but Heather and Debbie and there's other people that are someday going to wonder what in the world was going on back then. So this is really good information you're giving me.